Okay, Michelle, have you gone through the question?
Yes, I have gone through the questions.
That means you are ready to share your ideas on the topic.
Yeah, I'm quite ready.
Okay, in this case, just give me 20 or 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, now you can start your skill. Before delivering your skills, please introduce yourself, just your name and your location and also function.
Okay. My name is Michelle. I'm from Zimbabwe in Africa.
Yeah. Okay, Michelle, your first question. Which magazines,
Okay.
newspapers do you read?
Well, normally I find the People's Magazine quite interesting because it has all the juicy stories and it has all the gossip stories. And very normally I actually go through the beauty section, the beauty and the fashion section, and also even about health tips and yes, about horoscopes also. And when it comes to newspapers, I love reading the day-to-day newspaper where you find out what's going in your country about politics, social life, and even anything about the hot, juicy stories about celebrities.
Yeah. What kinds of article are you most interested in?
Well, definitely about mental health and about my health. Well, I prioritize my mental health and my wealth so much that I want to keep a healthy life. So whenever I get a magazine, whenever I get a chance to read a magazine, I'm always on that part of the magazine to just see what I can do better, what I can change in my day-to-day routines, how I can change how I'm eating, the way I'm uh, living my life. Is it exercising or even eating? So I just want to find how I can change my daily routines to be better.
Okay. Have you ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language?
Yes, and it was in English. Well, definitely. Yeah, it's the People's Magazine. It's an international magazine. It's quite expensive, but well, normally I can get the old one. So, yes.
Okay. And do you think reading a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language?
Yes, definitely. Because there are parts of the magazines where there's simple English and there are also cartoons inside, like those short stories about cartoons. So, in that, there's a joke section in the magazine. So, that English is not too complex. It's quite simple. So you can get to know how to put your sentence in order and how to speak fluently when you actually read those type of magazines. So yes, I think reading newspapers or magazines in a foreign language helps you in a good way to learn the language.
Okay, Michelle, already you have completed your part on. Would you like to start your part two?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Describe a restaurant that you enjoy going to.
Okay. Um, this restaurant is about 5 kilometers away from town. it's a quite popular place, and it's not that expensive because you can get those huge platters where you can just share as a group of friends or even as a group of families. And um, it's called the Rustics, and it serves different types of cuisines, even international cuisines. And yeah, though the traditional foods are quite expensive, but the food is really, really delicious. And I choose this place because it's in a place where it's very quiet. It's a very quiet place for starters, and also the food is good, and you don't quite meet regular people you meet every day in town or at work. You find different types of people there. And yes, I've mentioned the type of food that they prepare at this restaurant. Um, Chinese food, Indian food. Because you even find Indian people there because they really serve this hot food, spicy food, which is nice by the way. Well, I enjoy eating there because the staff members and they're really nice, they're really friendly, and they just warm up to you. They talk to you. We even talk about the weather. I've got to a point where I've exchanged numbers with this young girl. She's really quite interesting. And it turned out that we have quite similar interest when it comes to life, about saving the girl child, helping the girl child in our community. So yeah, it's a quite interesting place. And I usually go there twice a month or even thrice a month.
Okay. Okay, Michelle, already you have completed your part one and part two. Now, if you share your ideas, part three.
Okay, let me
Why do
zoom
you,
it.
why do you think people go to restaurants when they want to celebrate something?
Well, I think people do that because they don't want to do chores after. This is a happy time. This is a joyous time. People want to celebrate. They don't want to be worried about doing the dishes or cleaning the house after and cleaning the mess after everyone else. So I think people just want to go out and celebrate, just to make memories and be in a new place, take pictures, because it doesn't make sense when you're like celebrating at home and then just taking pictures at a usual place, at a usual environment. So it's just nice to um, see other places and do new things. Like it's quite an adventure.
Okay. Which are more popular in your country, fast food restaurants or traditional restaurants? Why do you think this?
Well, definitely fast food restaurants because they're quite cheap for starters, and they do home deliveries and it will be hot. Traditional foods are really expensive in my country because and traditional food you can get to cook them at home, but when it comes to fast foods, you do not quite copy how they make it, the way they make it. So fast food is really quite popular in my country, and it's also cheap. By the way, I mentioned it twice.
Yeah, some people say that food in an expensive restaurant is always better than food in a cheap restaurant. Would you agree?
Well, I beg to differ because food in expensive restaurants is just the same as those food we eat in those regular restaurants. It's just that they're plated um, nicer and the food is quite small, so I don't see the difference. In my own opinion, I think getting food from a regular restaurant than an expensive one is quite okay, and it saves you money, and you get to eat more food at a regular restaurant than at an expensive restaurant.
Yeah. Okay, Michelle, completed your part three, and through this part, we have with your topic, today's topic. So thank you very much to join with me. Stay with us. If you have any suggestion for our listener, you can do this.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Ali, I'm going to give with your permission, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Ali, you are allowed.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. And what about you?
Yes, sir. I'm good. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Okay, Ali. Have you taken your preparation on our today's topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your first question: which magazines and newspaper do you read?
Well, I like to read any kind of newspaper and magazines which are published, especially in English language, because mainly they help me to improve my English skills. And of course, they also help me to keep myself update with the world. And on the other hand, I'm also prefer to read a newspaper which is published by BBC, and also some of our country a famous news channel like Express, and the news one, which I really like to read in my daily routine, because it is update me to it is update me with the current affair of my country, and also update me the business trends which is popular in my country. So can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. What kinds of article are you most interested in?
Well, I'm not fond of interesting in different kind of articles, but normally when I have some time, so I would like to read some business articles, because it's update me update me uh, to the business trends in my country, and also they provide me the information through the related to the business community. So I would to answer your question, I would prefer to read a business article when I have some time.
Okay. Have you ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language? Ali?
Well, sir, if you are asking me, I ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language, like with other than English. So I would like to say I did not read any articles which is published other than English language, because I have only read articles which is published in English, and I do not read any article any other and in any other foreign languages.
Okay. Do you think reading a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language? What's your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, I think it is a better source of learning a new language uh, uh, mm, through to read an article and a magazine and also a newspaper which is published by any foreign languages, because I have seen many examples of my friends which is learn different kind of foreign language through reading only foreign languages articles, newspaper, and magazine as well. So I think it is a good way of so it is good way of learning foreign languages to read any foreign languages article and magazine as well.
Okay, Ali. Already you have completed your part one. Would you like to start your part two?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in this case, we'll just timer is on. that you enjoyed with. You have to mention where the restaurant was, why you
Mhm.
choose this restaurant, what type of food you ate in this restaurant, and explain why you enjoyed eating in this restaurant. Okay.
Well, normally, sir, I am not a fond of go to any restaurant for dine, but some special occasion I would also like to go for a restaurant and enjoy some delicious food uh, uh, in a restaurant. So I I'm very thankful to you, sir. You give me the opportunity to talk about my favorite restaurant. So today I would like to talk about my favorite restaurant, which name is Savior Food, and it is 30 minutes away from my home. And I on the day of birthday of my younger brother, I like I am go with my family to enjoy some delicious food in this restaurant. So actually, it is situated in the big mall of the big shopping mall. It is situated in the third floor of this big mall. So I will go with my family and brother to this restaurant, and we enjoyed buffet system in this restaurant. They provide like they offer 20 plus dishes in this restaurant. So I just taste 15 plus dishes in this restaurant, but as compared to my parents, they just eat 5 to 6 dishes. But my younger brother, they enjoyed more than 16 dishes. I always prefer to go this restaurant because they provide some good services, and also the environment was very attractive for the customer in this restaurant. They provide good services, and the dining table and was very good in this restaurant. So also the dishes they provide was very good. So I always like to prefer to go this restaurant when I have some special occasion. So that's it, sir.
Ali, would you like to start your part three?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can see it on the screen. The topic is visible. From part three, your first question. Why do you think people go to restaurants with they want to celebrate when they want to celebrate something? What's your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, people always like to prefer go for the restaurant in some special occasion because they want to enjoy some special food they did not cook at home. And on the other hand, people also like to prefer go to the restaurant because they invite more than 10 people in a restaurant because they did not because they did not invite more than 10 people or more than 15 people in at home. So they always like to prefer to go to the restaurant some special occasion because they enjoy some different kind of special foods and different kind of special services which is not they will have in their home.
Okay, Ali, your second question. Which are more popular in your country, fast food restaurants or traditional restaurants? Why do you think that is?
Well, in my opinion, it is depends on the people ages. In today's teenage and adults wants to eat fast foods because it is the most popular dish for teenagers and adults, and also the people who want to eat a quick food, so they will always prefer to fast food. And sometimes people who want to celebrate their some special occasion like birthday parties and some special dinners, so they will prefer to choose traditional foods.
Okay. Some people say that food in an expensive restaurant is always better than food in a cheap restaurant. Would you agree?
Well, in my opinion, I completely disagree with this opinion because I personally, in my personal experience, I think some expensive restaurant have their professional cook, and they provide better services as compared to the cheap restaurant. But in my personal opinion, I always enjoyed food in a cheap restaurant, and the quality was very good, and also they provide a good services as compared to the any expensive restaurant in our country.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ali, thank you very much for your speech. You have been able to improve yourself. Only a little bit mistakes. That is some important occasions, not occasion.
Okay, sir.
And the other parts are almost okay, no problem. Just keep practicing. I think you'll be able to improve yourself, no problem.
Thank you, sir.
Nazira and Mithi, if you are ready, please unmute yourself. Nazira and Mithi, I'm giving you permission. Nazira and Mithi. Then I'll go to Mr. Riyad and Shamin. Okay, Nazira, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. Thanks for giving me this chance. I'm Nazira Rahman from Bogura, Bangladesh.
Okay, Nazira. Your first question: which magazines and newspapers do you read?
Okay, I read. I don't have to. I don't have a lot of time to read magazines and newspapers, but I often read magazines and newspapers. Most of the time, I read that magazines and newspapers which has written in English.
Okay. What kinds of article are you most interested in?
Okay, sir. My favorite sport is cricket. So I love cricket. So I love that articles what were about cricket.
Okay. Have you ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language?
Yes, absolutely. I have ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language.
Okay. Do you think reading a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language?
Yes, sir. I think that reading newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language. Because when we read newspaper or magazines in foreign language, we can learn that language properly, and we know many words in that language. Example, I can give you an example like English. If I read magazines or magazines in foreign language, I can improvise my sentences, and also enrich my word stock. So that's why I think reading newspaper or magazine is in foreign language is good way to learn the language.
Yeah. Okay, Nazira, no problem, but it seems to me sometimes to become nervous. So don't be nervous, just speak normally. Don't speak very fast, try to speak moderately.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
have you taken your preparation on part 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Describe a restaurant that you enjoyed going to.
Okay, sir. Um, so my first question is where the restaurant was. Uh, the restaurant was only 20 minutes away from my home. Uh, Away from my home, it is located in Jalashritwala in Bogura. Why do I chose this restaurant? So last year, my cousin visited us, and we went to a restaurant. I chose this restaurant. I chose the restaurant. Chose this restaurant because the quality of the foods in this restaurant are really so good, and we can enjoy more things. We can enjoy many things in this restaurant. Like when I entered this restaurant, I can listen song, and there is the environment is very good, very nice, and there were some people who dressed as a ghost, and that are enjoyable to us and also the children. So I chose. That's why I chose this restaurant. The- My
Okay,
last.
thank you, thank you. Jalishutala is a small place, so it will be at Jalishutala in Bogura. Okay,
Okay, sir. I always forget it.
okay.
I'll try to.
Would you like to say something on part 3?
Yes, sir. I'd like.
Okay, in this,
Well,
you have to answer the 3 questions. Your first question, why do you think people go to restaurants when they want to celebrate something?
okay, sir. Uh, Most of the time, people go to restaurants when they wanna celebrate something. I think they go there because everybody like to say likes to celebrate their special days with their friends, relatives, and also their neighbors, and with a lot of people. But in their home, they can't celebrate it, and can't give a grand party, arrange a grand party. But because they're but because uh, most of the people have not uh, that place in their home. So I think to invite more and more people, they want to celebrate something. Uh, they want to celebrate something in restaurants.
Okay. Which are more popular in your country, fast food restaurants or traditional restaurants? Why do you think that is?
Um, Both are very popular in my country, but fast food restaurants are more popular than traditional restaurants in my country. And that is why too I like that is I like fast food restaurants because most of the time uh, I eat traditional food in my home. But when I wanna eat fast food, so uh, I have to go fast food restaurant. So I think fast food restaurant is more popular in my country.
Okay, Nadia, thank you very much for your speech. Try your level best to improve yourself and try to be more fluent and just to give more attention to your young mistakes. Then your problem will be solved. Thank you once again to join with us. Sharmin Haq, I'm giving information. Please unmute yourself, Mr. Riyad. When you will be free, please message me, then I will give you permission. Miti, if you want to share your ideas, please message me. Then you can speak after Sharmin. Yeah, Sharmin, unmute yourself. Now you can unmute yourself. Okay, Sharmin.
Assalamualaikum, sir. Yes, sir.
So, okay, Sharmin, just Riyad, after Sharmin, I will give you permission. Sharmin, your first question: which magazines and newspaper do you read?
Okay. Actually, I am a job holder. That's why I didn't get enough time for reading newspaper. But sometimes I read newspaper. I read the Bengali newspaper, which is a daily newspaper every day. And the magazine I like to read the most is the Week. Actually, I like reading the magazine because I get to learn about the various subjects of my interest, basically English. And at present, I want to learn English. That's why maximum time I try to read English magazine. That's it.
Okay. What kinds of article are you most interested in?
Okay. Well, I am into learning important tips about how to remain healthy both physically and mentally, and it's my before experience. But I'm also interested in learning. At present, I am also interested in learning about the latest trend in English topics, and I want to learn English now, and as a result I never like to miss any English related article, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like to read other kinds of articles, those which talks about food and exercise, but sometimes I like it.
Okay. Have you ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language?
Okay. Actually, it's maybe difficult question for me. I have always wanted to read and communicate in a different language other than English, but I have found out that it's not really easy because I'm a Bengali and Bengali is my mother tongue. That's why I prefer to talk in Bengali. But I have one foreign friends, and she's named Sabrina. She's just understand in English. That's why I know little English, and which has helped me to read and understand some English text on the newspaper lately. I interested in reading English newspaper of our actually of our meeting and of our after her talking some topics, and this foreign friend always help me.
Okay. Do you think reading a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language?
Okay, of course. I think reading newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is an excellent method to learn the language. Is an excellent method. Actually, it's an excellent method to learn in language. It helps us to understand the text of a particular way. And English is also a foreign language to me, and I have learned English by reading newspaper and watch English movies, listening English song, and that's it.
Okay, Sharmin, already you have completed your part 1. Would you like to start your part 2?
Okay, part 2 about a restaurant. Actually, firstly, I explained I'm a food lover, and most of the time I spend my evening leisure hours in different restaurants in the city with my buddies. As a result, I have visited almost 5 or 7 restaurant maximum minimum for my dinners, but I find one cafes for my dinners is best restaurant, I think. The restaurant was located in the center of the city, and maybe it's needed 45 minutes from my residence. Generally, people visited the restaurant. Yeah, these places because it's the central location of the city, and actually it's near to bus stand. That's why it's always reminded crowded place. Actually, the key attractive matter for the restaurant was that it offered some of the most delicious Bengali food. Maximum time it offers chicken biryani, mutton khichuri, and mutton fire, tandoori, and tikka, and my favorite pizza. And actually, I enjoyed eating this restaurant because every staff this restaurant, they are so friendly, and their behavior is so well. And their service totally excellent. And this restaurant is beautiful, and their food item is neat and clean, and environment is just excellent, and well decorated, and actually they provide always fresh, neat and clean, and always delicious mouth-watering food. That's why I enjoy eating this restaurant. That's it.
Yeah. Sharmin would like to share your ideas on part 3.
Okay, sir. Actually, sir, I saw part three, two types of question.
Yeah.
Who will explain
Okay.
up or down?
Your first question. Why do you think people go to restaurant when they want to celebrate something? Also,
Oh, okay. Actually, from my opinion, most people mostly go to restaurant to celebrate a special day or a special event because that gives them a different experience than staying at home. They enjoy the view and they enjoy the view and the environment, and the food items. Food items, actually they enjoy different types of food, and maximum times people do not cook at home. That's why they go to restaurant. That's why people go to restaurant. That's it, sir.
okay. Which are more important in your country, fast food restaurants or traditional restaurants?
Okay.
Why that is?
Actually, sir, I think two types of restaurants are quite important our country because from my opinion, fast food shops are more popular among teenager and student, and there are people low income class people, while traditional restaurants are mostly liked by working class people or high income group people. Actually, I'm not sure. It's my opinion. When people need to take a quick meal, then they often go to a fast food restaurant. But when they plan to have dinner or family, or with his family, and with any party, that's time they go to restaurant. That's mean traditional restaurant.
Okay. Last question for you. Some people say that food in an expensive restaurant is always better than food in a cheap restaurant. Would you agree?
Actually, sir, I totally disagree. This statement, because generally expensive restaurants have better cook, a better environment, and they provide mouth-watering food, delicious food, and offer better service. But this is always not the case. From my personal experience, maximum time I enjoy at my dinner In a comparatively cheaper restaurant, always I explain maximum time I spend my dinner time in a restaurant. Actually, it's not a higher class restaurant. It's just a cheaper restaurant, and always they provide good food and expensive food. That's actually my friends also have similar experience. That's it.
Okay, Sharmin, thank you very much for your speech. You have been able to improve yourself because now you can speak very well. You can compare your speech with the previous days. So keep practicing. I think you will be able to be a fluent speaker.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Riyad or anyone can unmute yourself. I have given permission to all of you. Mr. Riyad, now you can unmute yourself. Riyad or Saiful, anyone. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Saiful. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Okay, Saiful, have you taken your preparation on our today's topic?
Actually, I have not enough. I have not enough preparation for about this topic, but I want to say something about this one.
Okay, in this case, you can share your ideas on part one. Just before that, mention your name, your profession, and where are you from. Then you can start your speech.
Thank you, sir. This is Saiful Islam. I am from Bangladesh. I am a student of BSc Honors, Department of Mathematics.
Okay, your first question: which magazines and newspaper do you read?
Actually, I prefer to read newspaper because newspaper have some important information related to national and international, and also I get some sports. I get some sports news and others news like educational and health and many more. That is why I always prefer to read newspaper.
Okay, what kinds of article are you most interested in?
Actually, there are lots of articles, but I like to, I prefer to read about about true stories, true stories like a story about Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. It could be even the story of an incident or anything else, which can I know, and it makes me feel good.
Okay. Have you ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language?
Yeah, I ever read a newspaper in a foreign language. English is an international language, and from my childhood, I always interested to read anything in English. There is when I enter Google, then I search English newspaper, and I try to read English newspaper, and English newspaper give me entertainment and give me some knowledge, give me and that's all, sir.
Okay, your last question. Do you think reading a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language?
Well, yes, sir. I do strongly believe that reading newspaper in a foreign language is a good way to learn English language. Such as I and some of my friends are living proof that in fact, whatever I have learned and whatever I have earned English so far, it has achieved by reading newspaper.
Okay, Saiful, thank you very much for your speech. Try your level best. I think you'll be able to be more clear. Mr. Riyad, you can unmute yourself because the other participants have already completed their part. So it's your turn. Riyad.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All of you guys join with us and try to join with us regularly. Thank you so much, all of you. So, sir, you can ask me part 1 and part 3 question.
Okay, which
will-
magazines and newspapers do you read?
Actually, openly or regularly, I try to read newspaper because I like it so much. Actually, I don't read magazine. Actually, as usual, I am try to read English and Bengali newspaper regularly.
Okay. What kinds of article are you most interested in?
It's totally depend on the newspaper. If I read English newspaper, I try to find out some international issues because of if I read actually international articles, I can find out many things from there. And to be honest, actually, the purpose of reading English newspaper to improve my reading skill. So this is why when I try to read English newspaper, I try to find out international issues or international article. If I read Bengali newspaper, as usual, I try to find out the editorial page. And first of all, I try to see actually what is the title of editorial page. If I can see actually it's suitable for me, I try to read. I try to read editorial page first of all. Then I try to see international page and also national page.
Have you ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language?
Yes, as usual, regularly, almost regularly, I try to read foreign language newspaper. It's English newspaper. Without English newspaper, I can't read any newspaper.
Okay. Do you think reading a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language?
Yes, it's a one way to learn the language, but totally I'm not agree with this actually speech or with this sentence because if we want to learn a foreign language, it's totally depend on our practicing. So for foreign language learning means to speak foreign language, also listen foreign language. This is the two way to actually learn a foreign language. By the way, if we read newspaper or if we read newspaper which is written by any foreign language, we can also get benefit from there. We can get opportunity from there, but totally it's a if we depend on only a foreign language newspaper to improve our language, it would be really impossible for us.
Okay, Mr. Riyad, in this part, I have noticed two mistakes for you. It also depend, not it also depend, it will be it also depends. Because it is the person singular number, you have to add is with depend. Then I am not agree, not like this. You have to say, I don't agree. Because agree itself is a verb and am itself is a verb. So no need to use am here. I don't agree. I don't support like this way. Okay, I would like to share your ideas on part 2. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you so much. Actually, sir, actually give me something about our today's topic. I mean, cue card. I would like to say something about one specific restaurant, which restaurants I like so much. Actually, it is situated at THE. It is situated at THE in Shahbag, and it's a actually this restaurant is very famous in THE area. When I go there, because of actually their food qualities or restaurants environment, it's a little clean. I mean, actually their environment and everything. And actually, who are waiter, their behavior is also so good. It's also situated at the middle of Dhaka, so this is why we can go there easily to meet each other. And price level of foods or others products, it's also under actually consumers or customers. So it's also beautiful. This area is very beautiful. So this is why I like this restaurant so much. I also want to say something about these restaurants. I mean the features of these restaurants. There are many foods items like hodgepodge with eggs or roast, burger, pizza, kachi, and also chicken fry with the naan bread, and so on. There are many foods. There are several items of food, and the area is very beautiful, and people like it so much because, as you know, TSC, it's near to Dhaka University, or it's in front of Dhaka University. So this is why younger or young people, I mean actually who are student of university level, they like it so much because of there actually there are many places for seating. Also there are many places for getting enjoyment, and that area is a little bit less crowded from other areas. So this is why people like it so much. And I also like it so much because of I can easily meet there with my friends, and as usual we try to go there because it's also near to our campus. This is all about this topic. Thank you so much, sir. So let's, you can ask me about part 3.
Mr. Yeah, thank you very much. From part three, your first question. Why do you think people go to restaurants when they want to celebrate something?
There are many reasons behind it. People like go to restaurant for celebrating their celebration because of actually if we want to celebrate something, we need to actually we need a decorated places, or we need a decorated place. So people think that if they want to decorate their house, it would be really costable, or it would be really expensive. So this is why they like restaurant, and the weather of restaurant and environment and restaurant, it's a really okay for all people. And there will not be any argument from anyone. And as we know that if we want to celebrate any celebration, we need to actually we have to invite our friends, our relatives, also a lot of persons. So for this reason, actually people like restaurants, and the waiter also, who are waiter, their behaviors are also very good. There are many reasons. Actually for this reason, people try to like restaurant for celebration there, any festivals or any occasion.
Which are more popular in our country, fast food restaurants or traditional restaurants? Why do you think that is?
Okay, sir. To be honest, it's a totally depend on the people's age. People age, because I can tell you actually who are younger or who are modern, they like so much fast food, and as usual they try to go actually fast food restaurant. They try to meet with their friends, and as we know, fast food restaurants, it's a modern restaurant, and their environment, everything is okay. So modern people like so much the weather and the situation and everything. So who are modern or who are younger, they like fast food so much, and as usual they try to go there and try to eat fast food. But actually who are middle age or who are the adults, they like traditional restaurant. They don't like fast food restaurant. Even though actually they don't know actually what is the benefit of actually, even though they don't know the disadvantage of fast food restaurant, they all time tell that actually fast food restaurant is not good because of younger, they make a lot of misbehaves. There are a lot of arguments they have. So this is why they like traditional restaurants.
Okay. Some people say that food in an expensive restaurant is always better than food in a cheaper restaurant. Would you agree?
It's a totally depend on our think and our from our own side, because I'm to be honest, I'm not totally agree with this this argument all time we can see actually if we want to get better something, or if we want to get actually quality quantity, or also if we want to get any product actually which product has actually proper quantity or quality, we have to pay them. Actually we have to pay mm, actually it's a little bit high price. Its price they select, its price is high price, but when we try to get something from footpath or any actually local shops, we can get it easily by cheap price. But there are many difference, there are so many difference between both products. So yes, people like to go cheap prices restaurant because it's a I can tell you about my country, people like to go there because of my it's a totally depend on the earning money of people, or actually what they do, or what's their profession. But actually who are modern people or who are rich people, they don't like to go there, they try to go restaurants where they can get actually proper quality, also quantity, also the good behaviors from waiter. So this is all from my side. Thank you so much, sir. Give me a chance say something about this topic. Thank you so much. Though I was not, though I am not ready.
Okay, Mr. Ria, thank you very much for joining with us and thank you for your space. Actually, we have completed our today's session. So we can end the class right now and take the point on me once again. So good night.
So, sir, let's recommend about my speech. I don't, you don't recommend about my speech. I mean, actually, my part two and part three.
Okay. Actually, sometimes it seems to me you are enlarging your answer. So try to answer just to the point what you have been asked. First, answer your question, then try to elaborate it, then we can give example. But don't give unnecessary information in your answer. Then another thing is that it's a depend, not it's a depend. Why do you use I don't know what is the reason behind it. It's a-
Unconsciously, sir. It's
okay,
unconscious use of.
you should avoid it because it's totally a mistake. So you need to avoid it, and you can overcome this problem if you listen to your own word. You should listen your own voice, what you are uttering. Sometimes it happens that we just speak and speak, but we don't give more attention or any attention to our space. What type of words we are uttering, types of sentence we are making, we should listen to it. If you listen to your own voice, then you will be able to find out your own mistakes. That will help you to correct yourself. Okay, yeah, thank you very much to join with me. Actually, I am very, very tired. I need to sleep now.
Okay, sir, I got it. We don't want to disturb you. So where, Mr. Saiful, you are from? I mean, where are you from? I don't know about him. And I know about Najira. She is your student.
Nazira, she is from Bogra. And Saiful, I have forgotten, maybe
I am from Bangladesh.
which city?
Oh, Sylhet. I am
Or
from
district?
Sylhet.
Sylhet, yeah.
Siletian Puri. Yesterday, I also talked with a